Greetings and welcome back to Dice Club. Last time, Seredin, Venus, Marsh, and Kajuka made it to Northelm Keep and began settling in as Wren, Meadow, and Demetrius continued their exploration of South Pharaoh. After some final interaction with the various shopkeepers, they entered a shop filled with seemingly random objects. Things went pretty bad in there, leading to a high-stakes fight between the three of them and the guards of the town. Meadow was knocked unconscious as the three of them barely managed to escape, though Wren, holding an unconscious Meadow, lost track of Demetrius and is now lost in the woods, alone. Let's find out what's next!
Venus and Seredin and Marsh, you are in Northelm Keep with Kajuka, and you have now just entered this dining hall kind of area, and the lights did a really cool thing when Kajuka came in. So now you're in here. She's kind of just looking around. What are you guys doing?
Seredin walks up to one of the plates that's sitting there and is like, "No food? No problem." And then out of nowhere just dumps 10 berries onto a plate. And that's going to use up one of my spell slots.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Good choice. I swear to god, if we have to go into combat after this, I'm going to be pissed.
I have 3 spells, and only one of them is good for combat, so we're good, okay? We're good.
Alright, and I don't think those berries are going away, so...
Yeah, there's just 10 berries that we have now on a plate.
I sit down next to Seredin, and I take out a bunch of just, loose leaves I have in my bag, and I also set them down on the plate, and I just start eating them.
Sorry, you just have leaves? Like from a
tree?
tree?
Yeah, I have leaves. Yeah.
Are you also eating the berries?
What's the state of the leaves? Like, are they crunchy or still fresh leaves?
No, they're soft. There's some basil and lettuce and stuff like that.
Okay. So not just
No, there are
some
of just some random leaves in there too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense, actually. Come to think of it. Nice.
I sprinkle a little bit of the poison mushroom spores on it.
Oh my god.
Imagine.
Just to feel.
Roll a con save.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Venus also sits down and she doesn't have any food on her, so she just puts her hand axe on the plate.
Seredin grabs a few berries and puts them over on your plate. There you go.
Don't you still have
Sherry's
caring. Thank you.
I take another leaf out of my bag, but this time it's a crunchy one, and I hand it to her.
I eat a berry.
You are healed for 1 hit point, and you don't need to eat for the next 24 hours, because you're
Holy
full.
shit!
24
From one berry?
Oh my god.
1 berry, baby. It's like elven bread of berries, but 1 hit point.
But 1 hit point.
It's a pretty good spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Kajuka comes and sits down by you guys as well.
I put a berry on her plate.
She's eating that berry now.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, nice berry. Good berry.
That is the name of the spell.
Nice berry?
It's good berry.
Perfect. Can I finish eating and then go see if there's a kitchen or anything?
Sure.
Cool. Would I roll roll like investigation for that?
I think just like in this room, there's the door you came through, and then on the opposite wall, to the one that you walked through, there's a door. Like on the there's two doors, one on all the way on the left and one all the way on the right.
I'll go in the left door.
Okay. You go through the left door, and behind it, you can see
there's a dragon that comes out.
There's a dragon, and it comes and it eats you. You can see
Whoa.
Now I'm the good berry.
It's a funny goof.
Funny goof.
And now we're all
Right.
Goodberry.
Maybe the good berry were the
Marsh's
friends we
last
made
name,
all
actually.
along.
Goodberry. That could be my last name. Fucking Fearbolgs. I don't know if Fearbolgs have names. Have last names.
Interesting.
It's our
Anyways.
fantasy world to do with what we will. Maybe they
Well,
should.
it's
So
my
true.
fantasy world to do with what I will.
It's fantasy world, not ours.
All right, but behind the door, you can see a staircase that is leading down. Like it's like a square room that the stairs like kind of like spiral down around.
Can I
And it goes
go
down.
and open up the right door? See what's in the right door?
You can see what kind of looks like a supply room where there's like kind of crates and shelves and like boxes.
Can I look through some of the crates and boxes and stuff?
Sure.
What's in them?
I didn't hear the first half of what you said.
Can I look through some of the crates
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
boxes?
yeah. You can look through them.
What's in them?
So, you look inside, and in some of them, there's some, like, old fruit, and, like, some bread.
Like molded fruit? And
Yes. And it all looks kind of grody, like, super grody. Most of it, you can see just, like, it's just, like, food in there, but it's just, like, kind of yuck.
like petrified
Because it's been
and
sitting
shit like that?
Yeah, like, just really bad quality. Like, you wouldn't want to eat this food.
I eat this food. No.
Oh my gosh.
Is that everything that's in there? Is there anything else in there that I noticed?
You can do an investigation check.
Cool. Fuck me. Insight, you said?
Investigation.
Investigation, that's a 4.
Great. Yeah, basically.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna wave over Venus, I think, to I go over to the set of stairs and I wave over Venus.
Seredin follows.
So does Kijuka.
I thought Seredin was still... No! I don't know if I wanted Kajuka to follow us, and I thought Seredin was still eating. But it's fine.
I had one.
I'm walking
berry.
over there and I'm being like really secrety about it because Marsh is being secrety and I don't know that Seredin and Kajuka are following me.
Oh my god, okay.
What's up,
when-
Marsh?
Yes, what's up, Marsh?
What's poppin'?
These
Scared me.
stairs lead to.
Oh, this goes down to the armory.
I run down.
Yeah, me too.
I'm literally an armorer. I just got into the armorer subclass. I run down.
Whoa.
Okay. You run down, and then Kajuka's kind of following behind you guys, and the torches on the walls are kind of doing the same thing they did like throughout the rest of the castle, where they'll just like turn on a bit before Kajuka walks past them.
That's so
And
cool.
you make it all the way down the steps, and there is kind of like an arched doorway leading into a room that kind of looks like a naturally forming cave, but it's like an open space.
Is Kajuka leading the way?
No.
Okay.
TINFOLD, describe this arch you just said was there. Would you say it resembles another arch we might have seen along our journey?
Is there a slot for a certain crystal that we have?
No.
Okay.
Fuck you.
It just looks like an arched doorway, like stone bricks all the way around. No indents, no indentations.
It's just perfectly smooth.
It's just smooth. It's crazy how smooth this arch is.
Unnatural.
shark.
Seredin doesn't like it. Doesn't touch it passing through the doorway. Just doesn't want to touch these unnatural stones.
When Kajuka gets down, I look at her and I kind of like nod my head towards the door, like kind of in a way like, can I go in?
She makes an after you gesture.
I open the doors.
All right. You
Roll initiative.
you go through and there's this like cave room that torches turn on and it's illuminated, and you can see lining the walls are like weapon racks and armor stands of just all kinds. And there's like some other boxes down here full of just other miscellaneous stuff. You can look through them and you'll see like there's just a whole big box just full of caltrops. Like just chock full of caltrops.
I don't know what
What's a
that is,
caltrop?
but that's cool.
You know, like those little like spiky things that you may see in like a super spy movie in a car chase where they drop out of the back of the car and then the cars drive over them and then their tires all like pop.
Oh, like in the Lego movie.
Like in the Lego movie, exactly. Just like Lego movie.
Can I roll for advantage to kind of investigate this?
I don't think you would have advantage, but you can definitely investigate.
Penis. I'm rolling like dog shit.
Get better.
Get good.
If I had advantage, I would. Investigation. That's a 5.
Yeah. There's you can see what I've described. There's armor stands full of just a bunch of different kinds of weapons. You can see some pikes. You can see some great swords. You can see a whole lot of short swords. There's like a box just with daggers in it, just a bunch of daggers, and yeah, there's.
Can I do an Arcana check actually to see if there's anything magical that I notice in here?
That's not what Arcana checks are.
Well,
That would be detect magic.
That would be detect
alright,
magic.
well, I cast Detect Magic, because I have that
Okay,
spell.
you can cast detect magic.
I cast Detect Magic.
There's not really an aura besides you can detect actually there's a lot of the abjuration that you
Yeah.
sensed before.
Yeah.
And a little bit of conjuration.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What can do I notice anything about Kajuka specifically? Like, is she also kind of covered in this abjuration magic, or?
She has. There's definitely an aura around Kajuka, but it's very faint. Like,
Yeah. Since she
very,
lost
very,
all
very,
of
very,
that.
very faint. You can tell it is of conjuration, not so much abjuration though.
Interesting. Okay.
Any
Alright, I'm just gonna start kind of looking around at some of these
Any-
armor stands.
any possum-sized armor up in here?
I think there's probably some. There's like some leather braces and like shin guards and probably like a helmet that you could like. They're maybe not intended for your size, but they definitely work. There's some like really little gloves, like super small, like like little gloves that there's just, and they're very nice. They're very cute. They're like green. They're like knitted green and blue.
Cute.
They're like little
Taking
mittens. All right.
Taking these damn gloves. Kajuka, can I have these gloves?
Sure. Frankly, I don't know what they are. To be honest, but yes, you can
They're
take the gloves.
They're gloves.
Did I sense
Well-
anything magic about those gloves?
Nope.
Fuck. Alright. Well, then I'm not gonna cast Identify on it. I'm not wasting
They're
a spell
definitely
slot on
gloves.
Identify.
Putting on those gloves, and I don't think this will add anything, but I'm going to take one of the like arm braces and just put it around my the base of my tail just to make it look cool.
Cute!
That's
Because I'm already
fun.
wearing
Love
leather
that.
armor, so I think it doesn't do anything for me.
I like it though. I like the flavor.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
What's Venus doing? Is what I want to know.
Oh.
I was also just thinking about that.
Venus was spacing out, just as I was, just now.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, Venus already has some pretty cool weapons.
That is true. I guess this room might be boring to Venus then. I like,
Yeah.
as a fighter, I would assume it's great, but like, if you already know what you want and what you've got, then like...
It's just everyday stuff for Venus, as a fighter. And a
It's
good
just a
one
day
at
in the
that.
life.
Can I like toss a sword to her?
Venus catches it. Can I roll to catch?
Sure. Probably
What do I roll for that?
probably a dexterity saving throw, I would imagine.
Dexterity save?
Yeah.
To catch a sword, you better be good.
You better be really good at this.
I like toss a sword to her like.
Oh my god.
no.
So
Gaps.
7?
Oh no. This 40-year-old woman just fucking like drops
Beefs it.
this big knife.
Okay, Marsh throws you a sword. And you reach your hand out to grab the sword.
No.
But it your hand was too high.
Oh
So
no.
instead of hitting the hilt of it, you hit the blade of it. And it,
Oh fuck.
do you have gloves?
I do.
No.
Seredin does.
Okay.
I also toss a blade to Seredin.
Oh boy.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Seredin
it
took my plot gloves.
It cuts your hand a little bit.
Do I take
So
damage?
you can take a point of damage.
a point of damage. Wow.
1 point of damage.
I've got a fix for that.
Venus just goes, ow. What the hell, Marsh?
Kazuka doubles over. And she grabs she puts her hands on her head and she's kind of shaking, and then she stands back up very quickly and she says, somebody's here, and runs up the steps.
Follow.
Oh man, I hope it's Wren and Meadow.
I hope it's them and not someone else.
I'm just gonna grab more. I'm gonna grab one of those car things that you described.
Okay.
Cornices?
Caltrops.
Caltrops.
What?
Can I grab 6?
Another-
Are there knives? Are there knives in this room?
Yeah.
Can I grab 6 knives?
Sure.
God.
6 knives.
6
Can
of
I
them?
make it 7? Can I grab 7 knives?
Well, I don't know if carrying capacity can
6
for a
maybe.
7th.
7?
I have a utility belt.
That's a bit too much.
for a 7th knife.
Plus 6 knives sounds
No,
like
yeah, you can-
69. So for the goof.
For the
goof.
joke, you gotta have 6 a knife.
6 knives? Yeah.
6 a knife.
6 knives. Venus is now
knives.
All right.
Italian. 6
All right.
knives.
Anyways, are you done interrupting my high stakes moment?
Yeah, sorry.
Edit it out.
Okay. No, yeah. Well, now I can't, because now you have 6 knives that just appeared. So, you're running up the steps.
As we're running, I think I'm reaching into my bag and putting kind of stuff together and then putting them back in my bag and making little trinkets and stuff
Okay.
to prepare for a fight.
Kazuka goes and runs through the dining hall, and then out of it, and then to the right, to the door that you saw at the end of the hallway, not the one that leads out, and she goes through that one. She's way faster than you guys.
Oh shit. Well, I'm following as fast as I can.
All right, you
Scampering.
Is her speed 90 or something?
yeah. So
Fuck.
you get to the door and you can see that it's another staircase, but it leads up. And as you go up, you can hear Kazuka's hurried footsteps, and then they stop. And you reach the top, and you can see this kind of room that is surrounded by windows that are overlooking the mountain and the forest and the whole surrounding area. And you can also see the kind of pathway that leads up to the entrance. And there you can see Demetrius. And only Demetrius.
No.
Oh man, I'm getting a
I'm
bad feeling about this, guys.
Suspicious of this.
What do you do?
Where's Meadow? Where's Meadow?
Where's Wren?
What? Where are why would Demetrius come by himself? I don't know. I think this is suspicious. Kajuka, do you trust this? That he would just show up here by himself without them?
It's definitely not good, no.
Can
And then
I
she
do
starts
like
down
an
the steps.
insight on him?
I follow.
Sure. You can do an insight.
13.
You can see that he looks very disheveled.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking kind of slowly and like dejectedly. So something happened that you can tell he's upset.
Okay. Like, for example, our
TINFOLD?
teammates are dying or something. Alright. I fall down after her.
Okay. You make it down the steps and then to the door of Northelm, and Kajuka like opens them very quickly.
No.
They swing outwards. And she walks up to
No.
Demetrius, who looks up and just looks so relieved to see you all and to see that this is a safe place to be. And Kajuka's like, what are they? What happened? And he looks at all of you in turn, and he says, we got into a fight at the town, and we got away. Meadow got hit. Wren carried him into the woods. I was running. There were guards chasing us. I lost him. At some point I lost the guards, but I looked back and they weren't there. I don't know where they are.
Seredin climbs up onto Kajuka and is like, I don't trust any of this. We need to close the doors and see if he can actually make it in by himself. See if this is actually him. I don't trust this. This is fake.
Hearing you say that, Kajuka takes a step back, and Demetrius is like, I will do this if that's what it takes. I will do this.
He has to be lying.
Seredin, I'm being completely honest with you.
Seredin just goes
I
back
want to
inside
run
and
past
waits
him.
for
I want to go
Kajuka to
see,
close
like,
the doors.
I want to go try and find them. Bye.
He
You just leave.
he grabs you as you try to run past, and he's like, Marsh, it's really wouldn't be the best idea to go out there. There's still probably the entirety of Kairos forces. I saw Cyrus. I looked him right in the eyes, and he knew I was there, and he knew which direction I went. They're gonna be hunting. It is not safe to be out there right now. We have to get inside.
Can I send something out there? Like one of my little things, like one of my little guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was preparing them on the way here. I'm gonna send it's a little animatronic squirrel or chipmunk or something like that. And I imbued it with Spare the Dying.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have it try to find actually no, I'm gonna imbue it with Cure Wounds. And I'm gonna send it out into the woods, and I tell it to activate if it finds Wren or Meadow. And then I
Okay.
kind of look at the woods and then go back inside with Seredin and Kajuka.
Okay, so the four of you go inside. Demetrius actually does stay outside, just to kind of like, I guess, prove himself. And he's probably also curious about if he
Can still do it,
still.
yeah.
So Kajuka like locks the door, and a few moments later, the doors appear again, and he opens them up, and he walks inside.
Interesting.
You left them.
Oh, no!
He can't speak. He can't look you in the eye. He just walks down the hall further into the castle.
Seredin doesn't even just stays in one place and doesn't even like look him as he goes past. Just like finds a window and stares out of it.
Venus is like definitely in shock. Is the door still open?
He closed it behind him, but it's not locked.
Okay, Venus opens the door and walks out. And she's like, I'm with Marsh on this one. We can't just leave them there. I should have been there. I should have been there for them. I'm the fighter of the group. I'm the fighter. I should have protected them. I knew I should have gone with them.
Venus, listen to me. Listen to me right now. It is. I understand. It's that they're out there and they are probably in trouble. But please, we're not gonna do them any good by going out there and getting ourselves captured or worse.
What are we supposed to do? Just wait? Wait for them? They don't even know where we are.
She doesn't have a response to that.
Well, okay. If you're not going to let me leave, then we might as well just make a plan. Because we have to do something.
Marsh nods at that.
You come back inside. Kajuka closes the door behind you and then locks it.
Good.
And I think now
Can I do one thing before we cut over?
I think we're going to do a little bit of a time jump here.
Can I do just one thing?
Sure.
Sorry. I just want to, I'm going to go up to one of the windows that overlooks the, like, entrance of the castle, and I'm going to, like, full, like, sniper, like, get my, crossbow ready. And, like, right out the window, just, like, ready if I see, Kairos soldiers.
Okay.
And then that's
right.
it. That's what I'm doing.
All right. And now it is now a few days after this has happened. So you've probably been inside this building for 3 days now.
3 days?
And it's coming, and the third day is coming to a close. Starting to set. It's in the beginning phases where the sky is starting to change colors. And you all are kind of just here and waiting a little bit. What have you been up to? Just in a brief like summary, what have you been like doing in this castle for 3 days?
I don't think I've left. I think I've stayed there. I've probably rested my crossbow like on the windowsill, and I've been just working on these pieces. I might have gone down to the armory again once to look around again, but I've mostly just been kind of tinkering and getting more supplies ready for if soldiers come.
Venus has been like pretty much out of it. She hates the idea of losing someone because she couldn't do enough. So I feel like she's just been just sat by a window throwing her knives up in the air and catching them for 3 days straight, just waiting.
I think Seredin found a very high part of the castle, just like kind of climbed up in there, and has been just preparing like arrows, making sure their weapons are sharp, and just just waiting and watching and doing a lot of pacing around and not really talking to anyone.
Yeah, we all kind of like isolated.
Okay, Seredin. It is, the sun is beginning to set. You're just kind of like watching it contemplatively, thinking about all the sunsets that you've seen before, and how this time you're alone watching this one. And as you think that, Demetrius actually comes up and finds you. And he says, hey, Seredin.
Seredin doesn't answer.
He doesn't take his eyes off you, and he says, I need you to know that the second that things get safe, I will not stop until we know what happened, until we find. And then he's cut off, and he doubles over in pain.
No!
And then he stands up, rigid. Someone's here. And he runs down the steps.
Yeah, Seredin's gonna like push past him to try to get down first to see what's going on.
So, Seredin and Demetrius, you're running down, and as you're, like, you kind of go down through some hallways that end up back in that area with the dining room, and Kajuka is there, like, looking around frantically, and Demetrius says, you felt it too? She said, yes, go, look, now, go! And you run to the door, and you open it, and there, you see Wren. And Wren is carrying Meadow in his arms.
Hey everybody, it's Tin, back with some ads. You know the drill, you know the deal even. Got some ads. And I'm just gonna cut it straight with you. They are hot off the presses. I just want to say super quick thanks to Dax Seredin on Reddit. That's DAXAYRTON. He's got some really, really interesting stuff on his Reddit that you should go check out. He let us use the homebrew for the Possum Folk race we used for Seredin. He's cool. Go check out his stuff. He's got a lot of interesting stuff there. Thank you all for listening. It's been today, the day of upload. It has been one entire year of Dice Club, which it boggles my mind that it's been an entire year already. It flew so fast, but thank you to everybody who has been listening from day one. Thank you to everybody who's started listening since then. It's honestly one of the best things that I get to do, and I'm only continue doing it because I know people enjoy it. So if you do enjoy it, you can share the show with somebody. We're gonna be putting out a lot of episodes this month, like 3 of them, which isn't really a lot of episodes, but for us it is. We're going to be putting out 3 episodes. One of them, okay, I talked about last episode, maybe doing like a Q&A kind of thing, but we didn't really get a lot of questions from a bunch of different people. So if we don't get enough questions by like next week, then we just won't be able to put it together in time. So if you want a Q&A kind of episode, send us some questions. There are some places you can send questions in the link tree. That's linktr.ee/the Dice Club podcast. Don't tweet at us. The Twitter's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. That's a garbage fire that we are dipping out of. So there's that. Another thing, The song you heard and are about to hear was composed by me and, well, mostly my very good friend Danny, DC3. I don't think he has anything currently out, but he will probably very soon. I don't know about very soon. I actually have no idea, but his online handle is DC3 or something. And another thing, there's nothing else. Next episode will be out on January 8th. So there's that. I've made you wait long enough. Here's back into the episode. Let's find out what's the deal. Wren. You're in the woods. You just realized that Demetrius just kept going. He's not with you anymore, but you also know that the guards just aren't anywhere near. You can't hear any sounds besides ambient forest noises. And here is Meadow at your feet, unconscious, with 2 arrows sticking out of her. What do you do?
I think what Wren does is that he like sort of crouches down beside her, a little bit like holding her, but like gently and barely, and then just sort of like inspecting the arrows, and then just sort of like crouches down beside her in a little bit of a fetal position, and just like holds this pendant he has around his neck, which is something that his mom gave him years ago, and it's just like fuck. And I think he's sitting there thinking about how like this is his fault, and they wouldn't be in this, like the only reason that Meadow is here lying on the floor of this forest dying is because of him. And he looks at her, and he just like puts his hand on her shoulder, not like touching the wound but near the wound, and is just like, fuck, just help, I don't know, and against all odds, this barbarian, who has never shown an aptitude for magic at all, even once in his life, casts a cantrip. Spare the dying, specifically.
Oh my god!
Okay. You holding this pendant from your mother, who gave it to you so long ago. You feel just a warmth that starts in your hand and then permeates through your entire body, and then it all kind of moves into your other hand that's not holding the pendant, and you place the hand onto Meadow, and the bleeding stops, and Meadow, you are now
Hell yeah!
stable.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is just like Tangled.
Not dead!
Holy shit. I'm shaking
Yeah.
so much right now.
Right now, Wren, you are here. Mm-hmm. You have an unconscious, not dying, but still unconscious Meadow, and you're alone in the woods. Mm-hmm. What's your next move?
It's not an ideal situation. I think he tries to remember if, like, Kajuka and Demetrius ever, like, told them, or, like, showed them on a map where the location of the fortress was.
I think they did. Like, right before you split up, there was, like, a map that, when you talked about, who would go where, you know kind of the general direction, and you know that, Demetrius was, like, probably going that way.
Okay. I think, that he's going to pick Meadow up and start walking in the direction that he saw Demetrius was going and that he thinks the castle is.
Okay, you, holding Meadow, you just start walking. And you walk for a long time. Like, a long time. Hours. And, Meadow's not, like, super heavy, but definitely not.
No, she's a human being who's
light.
like 5'10",
And
so she's thin, but she's 5'10".
She's a human being who's like 5'10", so...
I'm not dying, but I did take some damage, so, like, not ideal situation.
Exactly, so you are getting very, very tired, and the sun begins to set. What do you do?
I think I keep walking for as long as I can, but once it's, like, dark, I find some, like, shelter, to sleep.
Why don't you make a survival check?
I'm so good at survival. I wish I was there. I'm so good at survival, guys.
I've literally never asked anybody or seen anybody use a...
Why do I have a plus 3?
Too bad I'm unconscious, because I'm good at survival.
Okay, well, I have a plus 3, but I rolled a 6, so that's a 9.
Okay.
Which is not ideal.
You find, like, kind of an alcove similar to the one you like, fell into. And you try to put up, like, some sticks, like, to make a makeshift, like, stick, like, fort, but it's not very good. You're not very good at it. And you kind of climb down, still, like, fully exposed to the elements. And you, make camp for the night. I don't think you can, like, even, like, make fire. You just have this stick hut that you laid Meadow in, right before.
Actually, you know what I think that he does is he like tries to make fire with, like, sticks, and then he can't do that, and then he tries to channel the same warm feeling he had when he healed Meadow and tries to make a fire, but that also doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So he's just sort of like, well.
It should be noted that you actually don't feel that warmth again, as you try to conjure up any within yourself, any kind of, like, anything that'll wake up Meadow, anything that'll start a fire or anything, but you can't. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you have this stick hut, not a fire. You kind of curl up next to Meadow for, like, conserved body heat, and you spend your first night out in these woods. I want to kind of do, like, I don't want to go through every single day that you spent out here, but there are some, like, moments that I'd like to capture. It is the morning of, after you first woken up, and Meadow is kind of, like, stirring, but not, like, awake. What do you do?
I think when I see her stir, I'm like, come on, Meadow, come on. But obviously she's not conscious.
Does not wake up.
So I think I take some of the bread that we bought in the town out of my bag, and I take a piece of the cabbage and I put it on the bread, and I'm like, well, we came here for this. We got through it all for this head of cabbage and this loaf of bread, so might as well fucking eat it and have a little breakfast.
Nice.
I also listen around. Do I have water? That's a good question.
I think everybody's got a water skin.
Okay, I have water then.
Nice.
Does that count as a rest? That's so
I'd say
silly.
that counted as a rest, considering you
Okay.
rested.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're just kind of chowing down on this sandwich, and as you are, you see ahead of you, probably about 10 feet away, there is a small, I think it's a fox that you see walk out of like the shrubbery in front of you, and it kind of just sits there and looks at you.
I sit there and look back at it.
It does that for a second, and then another one comes out next to it, but it doesn't sit down, and it walks up to your sandwich and is kind of smelling it.
Oh no. Oh, I'm like, okay. I throw a little piece of bread at the fox.
It catches it out of the air and eats it very, very quickly, and begins smelling it again. And then another fox comes out and walks towards Meadow and begins smelling Meadow.
Oh, that's not ideal. Can I roll animal handling to see
Sure.
if I can know? Okay. Oh, well, I got a 5. So I don't know shit about foxes, I guess.
No, yeah, you try to, like, get them away from Meadow and your sandwich. I think one of them just, eats the sandwich out of your hand and just grabs it from you.
Oh, that's great.
And a couple more come out of
I think I'm, like, talking to them like dogs, like, down, no.
A couple more come out of the woods and start, like, messing around more with Meadow than just, like...
Shit.
More than just sniffing.
Okay.
Like, kind of, like,
When they, like,
pushing and
when they,
stuff.
like, start sniffing her, I'm like, no, back, and I, like, pick her up.
Okay, all of them kind of start snarling at you.
Oh no.
Oh, shit. I don't know how to fucking punch foxes. That's... I, can't really climb
Punch
a tree.
Foxes is my favorite punk folk band.
Oh, that's true. That would be a sick band name. I can't, like, climb a tree while holding a body.
Don't
Better
think so.
not try.
No. I
Kick
think
foxes.
I take another chunk of the bread out and I'm like, you see this? And I, like, get all their attention with it and I throw it in the opposite direction and I start, like, running
Just
away.
booking it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so you run away from the foxes as they all, like, you take out the bread and they, like, are all eyeing it and you move it around and they're all just, like, following it with their eyes. And then you throw it and immediately they just run after it. And then you run away. And then later that day, there's a point when you are walking through the woods again, still holding Meadow, and you can hear voices from up ahead.
That's suspicious. That's weird. I hide as best as I can.
All right, roll a stealth check with, I'd say, disadvantage.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. That's so sad because I literally got a natural 20 for one of them. The worst one was 14.
It's a what?
14.
14. Okay. You...
That's not bad.
That's really not bad. You walk, or you find this, like, kind of thick bush that is between a couple trees, and you're, like, between the trees and, like, behind the bush, and Meadow is, like, on the ground there, and you're, like, above Meadow, like, peering through this bush, and from ahead of you, you can see 4 Kairos soldiers, and they are walking by, and you hear, all right, guys, we really gotta focus up here. If we don't find them, You know what he wants. We gotta find him. Come on, guys. We've only got 3 days. We gotta find him. And
only 3 days.
And they kind of walk past you, and eventually they get out of sight and out of earshot.
Are they walking in the same direction I'm walking?
No, they were coming actually from a similar direction that you were coming from.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. I think after they're, like, out of sight, and I feel like I've waited an appropriately long amount of time, I pick up Meadow again, but I start walking, being more stealthy as I walk, like, trying to...
Alright, we're gonna jump forward a little bit to, now it's the 3rd day, and it's about noon, and you are walking again, very, very cautiously. There have been a couple times where you hear voices and you have to hide. Sometimes you see people walk by, sometimes you don't, and you just heard them far away. But you're making progress through the woods, but slow progress at that. And Meadow's been stirring more frequently, but yeah, you're just making very slow progress. And then you hear rustling in the bushes near you.
Oh no.
About 4 feet to your left.
Can I perception it to see if I can figure out what it is?
I'd say you can investigate, yeah.
Investigation. Where is that skill? There it is. Oh yeah, I have a -1. That's fun.
Oh no.
I rolled a 2, so that's silly. So I rolled a 2 -1. That's not great. I think I sort of panic and I try to hide.
Okay, you can see, roll stealth with disadvantage.
No.
Oh no.
Okay. 6.
6, okay. You hide behind a tree. It's not a very big tree. It doesn't hide all of you, but you kind of get behind it, still holding Meadow. And out from these bushes comes a very small metal chipmunk.
Yeah, my baby!
Okay, that's weird. Okay, I think I see it's not like a guy, but I'm still suspicious of it, cause what if it's a spy or something? I don't know how this world works. I might have surveillance chipmunks.
It also looks pretty beat up.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
My boy!
I think I find somewhere soft to set Meadow down very gently, and I squat down in front of the chipmunk and I look at it closer.
Okay, you look at it closer. Do you touch it?
Yes.
Alright, you kind of go to grab it, and as you do, you recognize the spell Cure Wounds being cast on you.
Whoa.
And then the chipmunk kind of falls apart a little bit. But it's still in operation. It just looks really, 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 really decrepit.
Oh, I'm shit. And so I bring Meadow over and I touch her to the chipmunk.
Nothing happens.
No!
Fuck!
God damn it!
God fucking damn it!
I couldn't have metagamed and said it only activated with Meadow, because I didn't know Meadow got fucked up.
Oh, that's
fun.
Well, now Wren's at full hit points.
I mean, he
that's
probably
fun.
was already because of the long rest.
Because the rest did,
yeah.
Fucking man.
I think
I tried.
Wren just sort of sits on the ground and is
you sit on the ground, and then the chipmunk starts kind of moving away from you. I imagine it has it's one of those fake mice that you see in cartoons where it has wheels at the bottom and it kind of just goes around.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Making really, really low quality squeaking sounds. And
oh yeah, definitely. Marsh definitely like recorded those themselves.
Yeah, you.
So it's like Marsh going like, squeak, squeak.
That's so much better. You can hear the voice of your very good friend Marsh just saying "squeak" come out of this chipmunk, and it starts to move away from you, kind of in the direction that you were going, but like a slightly different course.
I think when I hear the voice, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, and I start like following the chipmunk with Meadow.
Oh my god.
I don't just leave Meadow on the floor. Could you imagine?
Imagine.
See ya.
Bye, Meadow.
Bye, Meadow.
So funny though.
Oh my god.
Go through all that trouble and then you just abandon her on the forest floor.
Okay. You follow this chipmunk for a while, and it's kind of just going in one direction, like sometimes like
One Direction.
moving.
I'm gonna murder you. That was an audible sigh.
Anyways,
Sorry. And then Tin decides that Meadow does die, actually, and Alex
yeah,
is
Meadow
out of the
dies
podcast.
right here.
The chipmunk goes and attacks Meadow.
No, yeah. So this, you follow the chipmunk for a while. It kind of like is going in one straight direction. Sometimes like moving to the side to avoid like a little rock or like a twig or something that's in its way. Until after a few hours of
Glad I
this,
gave this
it
chipmunk motion track.
runs just kind of into a rock, and it falls apart.
No.
No, my child. Humphrey.
With one last
I'm like, shit.
squeak. And then yeah, it is now composed of its individual parts just lying in a pile on the ground.
I think Wren gathers up the little bits
Yes,
and sticks them in his pocket for good
my
luck,
boy,
and keeps walking.
Okay.
child.
Now it is about sundown, and you can see an opening in the forest, and you, holding Meadow, walk through this opening in the forest, and there's like a mountain path that you walk up and through, and then and you can see what you assume to be North Elm Keep, where you were going to meet the rest of your party. And as you approach it, you can feel like shivers kind of go through your body, but they quickly subside, and you continue your approach. And then the doors open, and you can see Kajuka and Demetrius and Seredin.
I think seeing them, I think he like walks forward to them and then just sort of like falls onto his knees and like holds Meadow out and is like, please, someone help her.
I saw
Demetrius,
them approach the castle, right?
Huh?
I saw them approach the castle,
Yes,
right?
you probably are making your way down. Kajuka goes, runs back in to find you, Venus. Demetrius, as Meadow is being like presented to you all, Demetrius like looks at you, Seredin.
Can you
I
carry
think-
her?
Seredin doesn't know how to react because they've never seen Meadow like this. They just start yelling like, who has healing spells? Who has healing spells?
And I think I come down at that point.
And materializes a handful of berries, just like ready for the moment that Meadow wakes up to give them to her.
Can I pick up Meadow and like take her to heal her?
Okay.
Seredin is following. obviously.
I have a hold on.
I think you there's a portion of the keep that's kind of like barracks, where there's like bunks and like beds and stuff, and there's.
I was thinking if we need to, we could like shove all of the silverware and plates off the table and just put it there.
I kind of like that image actually more, so I'm gonna go with that. Because you're trying to like heal her as fast as possible, so you like shove
definitely.
the plates off the table and lay down Meadow. And what are you doing?
I do want to say very quickly that I just want to like flex my cool fear boldness, and it's not hard to pick up Meadow at all because I'm a powerful build and I count as one side is larger when determining my carrying capacity and the weight I can push, drag, or lift.
Is this the moment?
Anyways.
Flex?
Yep.
Nice, nice, pretty good.
Yeah.
We're all very impressed with you.
I'm very glad. I cast Cure Wounds on her. I don't remember Cure Wounds.
Great.
Hold on, let me look it up.
A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yep. Alright. So that is 9 points she's healed
That's
for.
wonderful, because then, she has HP.
And since you now have HP, Meadow,
Yes.
welcome back to the podcast.
You're
awake.
Seredin, oh fuck, I'm not dead.
And then I kind of back away. I back away to let, like, Seredin and,
Meadow is, like, clasping at the shoulder where she got the initial wound, like gasping. Just fully.
I think you probably removed the arrows
obviously.
before,
Yeah. But just
before
like
the healing
the spot.
happened.
Just not aware at all
You got permanent implanted it.
that it's been 3 whole days. Like, for her, that was seconds ago.
Right.
Meadow?
Seredin!
Meadow?
Seredin! Oh, thank God, I thought I was gonna die without
Are you alright? I knew I shouldn't have split up from you. You can't
I'm
fight.
never gonna leave you behind again. Oh, fuck.
This is my fault.
No, it's my fault. I was the one who left. That got shot.
This is not your fault to get shot.
I shouldn't have engaged
so
in combat. I
stupid.
shot at people. That was fair enough. How am I not dead?
can I also go check up on Wren?
I don't think that Wren can meet her eyes.
My eyes?
No, Meadow's eyes.
Oh, I didn't know Meadow was there. Or I didn't know Wren was there. I thought Wren was still, like, at the door.
No. You're all inside now.
Oh, okay.
Doors are locked, right?
Yes, the doors are locked.
How does Wren look? Does Wren look like
Oh, I
alright?
look great. I look wonderful, actually. My skin is glowing.
Ren looks fantastic.
I look well rested.
He just got the cure wounds on him, so he's like looking fine. He looks tired. I'll say he looks tired, but definitely like not clean. Definitely has seen better days,
Yeah.
but
Emotionally, I look a little dead inside.
physically unharmed.
Physically, I'm fucking phenomenal.
I think Venus is like right by Wren, and as soon as Meadow's okay, she turns to Wren and just like grabs his face and like rotates it to see that he's okay, and like moves his bangs off of his face. I don't see his bangs. And he's like, "Are you okay? Like that's 3 days. What did you do in 3 days? Are you okay?"
3 days?
Oh, yes. Hey, Meadow.
How am I not dead?
Seredin holds out some berries for Meadow.
Thank you. I'm starving, actually. Like, by the literal definition of the word, starving.
I think Wren pulls out the cabbage and the bread without saying a word still, and offers
got
them
you
to Meadow,
food.
I guess.
Whoa.
And then everybody laughs, and then it goes to black and white, and then the credits start rolling over the image as it freezes. I think that is actually a good place to kind of leave it for now. Very briefly, before the recording, I told you all to level up to level 3. Let's very, very quickly just give a rundown of what that means for everybody and what you can kind of do now. Let's start with. Let's actually start with Wren.
Oh yeah, let's start with Wren.
Okay. So, Wren, you might have guessed, did take a level of cleric. So now he's a 2nd level barbarian with a little cleric in there. And I think I'm gonna do that in a very plot-y way, and not a super he can magically summon flames, because that doesn't make sense, So we'll see how that works out. We'll see. He's just a little bit stronger.
You did say, I think it was an episode or 2 ago, where you said your mom was a cleric.
Yeah.
So
you
that
did
say
that,
blood.
yeah. I remember that you said that
it's
because I said,
canonical
wait,
lore.
maybe I'm your mom. So.
Yes, this human woman.
A human woman who's about the same age, I think.
Younger, actually.
Yeah,
And doesn't
younger.
have a uterus.
Well, magic is a
It's
crazy
insane,
thing.
yeah.
Ain't that just the
That's
way?
so true.
All right. No, any other big changes to the Wren character besides the magic now?
Not really. Just a little beefier. I got more hit points. My armor class is
Nice.
still not super high, but I think that's just a barbarian thing. It's fine. I can take it.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you have?
What? Hit points?
How many hit points do you have?
Currently 45. Someone tell me if that sounds wrong, because I'm not sure if I did it right.
Holy
No,
shit, that's double
That
what
sounds
I
right
have.
for
pretty good.
barbarian.
That's pretty good. That
Yeah, for
sounds right.
barbarian, yeah.
That's a lot for level 3, but it sounds right.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Seredin, what new
Yes.
updates do we have to the Seredin brand?
Well, I just realized that my hit points, they used to be 12 or 14. Now they're at 28.
Ayo.
So
That's solid.
That's better.
That's pretty solid.
Let's go.
I chose my subclass, pretty standard hunter archetype.
Okay.
I also have every ranger gets this, but I can now use one of my spell slots to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Or
That's a
up to
big
6 miles
radius.
if I'm in my favored terrain.
That's
So
a
that's
big
pretty good.
radius.
What's your favorite terrain?
Yeah. And then I got my special ability from my new subclass, where once on each turn, if I attack someone with a weapon, then I can attack another creature that's within 5 feet of it also. With the weapon.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it since it's just level 3, but it's pretty good stuff.
Still pretty baller. All right.
I got some spells. Do you want to know what they are?
I think we can wait until later. Marsh. What's new with the Marsh brand?
Me. So per usual, Brain has decided that my character has a really cool, weird, spooky, mysterious backstory, and subclass is related to that.
So what is it?
It is armorer.
Ball in.
So, it gives me some really cool stuff. I get some new spells. I get Magic Missile and Thunder Wave, which is really cool.
Underwear.
I get this thing called Arcane Armor and Armor Model.
Ooh.
And I got some more spells. My hit points went up. Now I'm at 22 instead of, I think it was 12 or
shit.
something before. I don't remember.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent. That's kind of it. I had to remake my entire character sheet.
Yikes.
But I finally have some offensive spells.
Good,
now,
very good.
Which is really good because before I did not, and I think that's gonna make for some very exciting combat. Because now I can send all my little.
Now you're not even gonna be
guys.
Useless
Okay.
anymore when that comes.
Hey, they talk to a plant.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna
You're
murder
not.
you.
You're not useless.
I talked to
They
a plant.
literally
You talked to a
talked
whole
to a
plant.
plant.
And you
turn
turned invisible and
invisible
ran away
the
one
one
time. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I
And
can
then
turn
what's his
invisible
name
whenever
got hit in the
fuck I
butt
want.
cheek. That was crazy.
Right in the butt. That was great. Um,
Erwin or whatever his name was.
Urix.
Urix.
What a guy.
Erwin. What a man. I'm just taking that name and giving it to somebody else later on.
Erwin or Urix? Urix round 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Urine.
Venus.
Hey.
I'm just gonna blow right past that one. Venus, what's new with your brand?
Okay, Venus got quite a bit of stuff. First of all, of course, her hit points increase. They were like,
What are you at now?
I'm at 35, but right now I'm at 34 because somebody decided to throw a sword at me.
Combat Master
Didn't
Marsh
you
over
get
here.
another
Actually,
berry?
you would probably be at 35 because it's been days.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it has been days since that, so
That's
you're
true.
at 35
There's
again.
just like a small scar across her hand.
first of many. Anyways.
Badass.
Okay, so I got Action Surge, which is a cool thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I can push myself beyond my normal limits for a moment, so I can take an additional action.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also chose my martial archetype, which I chose Battle Master, which allows me
Nice.
to have different maneuvers. So I have 3 new maneuvers. So
Which ones did you pick?
you want me to just name
Pins and
them off
needles.
right now?
Just right now. Just
now?
name them off.
Okay.
Wow.
Sweeping attack, which is I can hit more than one opponent at once.
Very good.
Riposte. I think that's how you say it. Riposte. That
Yeah.
sounds right. Yeah. When a creature misses, I can use a superiority die to make an attack and add the superiority die to my damage.
So if somebody misses, you can just right then attack them back.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it'll do
That
like
is
more
fucking
damage.
sick.
Nice.
Nice. And then my last one is menacing attack, which
Oh.
is my personal favorite. When I hit a creature, I can use a superiority die to attempt to frighten the target. So Venus is just now a bit more scary.
So you can
Hell
attack
yeah.
somebody so good that they're just gonna be scared of you forever.
Scare the shit out of them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And Meadow.
Yeah, so
What updates to the Meadow corporation, do we have in this?
Meadow
in this,
is not a
in this-
corporation.
Yep. Meadow's
Meadow
big business.
would never
Meadow
be a corporation.
LLC.
Meadow LLC. What do we
No.
got?
Well, previously, her hit points were 9, which is why she died so easily. So now she's
Yep.
leveled those up to 25, so that she doesn't
Very good.
die from 2 arrows. Good upgrade, I think. Seeing from experience.
upgrade.
Solid.
Pretty decent, yeah.
More than double. Good job. I have
Good job.
more spell slots. I have
Good job.
second level spells. I have Channel Divinity.
Nice. What's your channel divinity?
No, I have to look it up because my character sheet. Shut up. It's
Okay,
no,
never.
I have
That's
it, I have
fine.
it,
That's
I have
fine.
it physically. Hold. Charm animals and plants and turn undead.
Very good.
Ooh, charm animals!
Like that a lot. We're just gonna
Nice.
do a lot of plant talking, I guess.
Plant
Yeah, I almost got a
talking.
plant talking spell.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, maybe not. Let's do the berries.
We get a new
The
member
berries
of
are
the
great.
party, and it's a plant.
All right.
Marsh is more or less a plant.
Right now, I kind of want to do a little post credit.
Haha.
Okay.
Whoa.
Meadow and Seredin, you are in the kind of barracks, the bunk room. And Meadow, you're kind of just lying down, getting some rest, as you should. That was kind of a lot. I think Wren, you're also there, but I think you're asleep. And so yeah, Meadow and Seredin, you are in the barracks room, just kind of hanging out.
There was this really weird thing that happened before I had my near-death experience, if you will. We were at this market, right? And we found all these really nice and sympathetic people. I think most people are against Kairos, actually, in this world. So we've got that going for us, but we found this stand at the market, and they were selling tapestries, and so we approached them and we tried to talk to them. They wouldn't react to anything I was doing, really. And then Wren showed them the one that we found in the sewers.
Yeah, the cool one about us.
Yeah, and they looked at it, they inspected it, and they were like, when I say that they wouldn't react to anything I was doing, I mean they were like, it was like they didn't know that we were there. They were just like weaving their tapestries, just completely out of it. It was kind of creepy, to be honest. And then they saw this one, and they all stared at me, and they looked fucking terrified.
Oh.
Oh.
Huh. That's, yeah.
I don't know what to do with that.
I got some...
I mean,
I got some gloves.
I mean, when we found the first one, I thought that was really exciting, because it was like, I mean, that's the kind of thing that would happen in the book, but I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, they don't really talk about the part where it's kind of all on you, huh?
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure, and I nearly died in very, very simple combat. From, like, 2 arrows. So I don't know if I'm the right person to put that kind of pressure on. And, I know, you were the first person that I thought of when I woke up, but I feel kind of bad that it wasn't Mom.
I mean, I'm honored, but I don't know, she wasn't that...
No.
I don't want to say your mom wasn't great, but...
She just never would have found out. It's a different dimension, I don't even know where we are.
Yeah, you just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
And as you say that, Meadow, kind of across the room, on one of the walls, you can see that there is a crack where there wasn't before. And there is a kind of white light coming through it.
Holy shit. Touch it.
I mean,
What are you looking at?
Wall. What the... Are you seeing that?
What?
No, you are not.
What? Is it Wren? I mean, I know he's snoring, but...
No, there's...
Wren just has like a CPAP machine.
Don't assign Wren snoring. That's so rude.
Sleeping like an old man.
No, you're kidding me. Like, you are seeing that, right?
No, what are you seeing?
On the wall.
I don't see anything. You want to touch it? I usually touch things I'm not sure about.
I usually touch things I'm not sure about.
I don't know if I want to touch it, actually. That seems like a dangerous thing. Tin, do you want me to touch it, or do you want to cut after no, you do not?
No, we're still rolling.
Or I could touch it since I don't see it.
I don't think you'd be able to find it.
Affect me.
I feel like she sits up, or like more so than she was previously. I imagine she was kind of leaning against the wall or something, and moves over to look at it closer. But I don't think she like touched it, like not right away. Anyway,
As you get closer to it, you realize that the crack, it looked like it was on the wall. It's not. It is actually, like, about an inch off the wall.
What the fuck?
And then it's gone.